Has been moving just beautifully for them. There's that trust that when you get open, the ball will find you and also find you on time. You see guys cut harder, and it becomes infectious.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Dish is to Hickson. Out to the wing. And here's Gallinari outside. Another three for Denver.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
It's Solomon to Tecumbo. Ennis dishes to Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Fareed.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. We take a look at the Cavaliers and checking out Denver, 5.5 games behind. The Bucks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. First one falls for him. Well, Clark, the Bucks were much improved on the road last season, going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Parker's checked in. The Nuggets with another miss. Bucks trail by 14. Ennis with the ball. And it's Nelson picking him up. Carter Williams. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Shooting for Denver.
And for the Bucks, who only won 5 road games in 2014, last year's mark of 18 is a huge step forward. Still, they had problems last year as they had an 11-game road losing streak towards the end of the season.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for Milwaukee. Denver making a switch here. Mudiay is checked in.
Well, I tell you, the Bucks are taking steps in the right direction on the road. The problem is the franchise hasn't had a winning record on the road since 2001.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Outside Mayo fires the 3, and again the Bucks miss.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season, miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
Mudiay with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. It's stolen by Carter Williams. For the finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Mudiay. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
The dish to Carter Williams. Got it up. Well through. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Nuggets leading by 18 on the court for the Bucks. We've got Mayo. Greg Monroe is up there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Carter Williams, and it's Bayless in the 2 spot. Here's Barton. Carter Williams covering. There's Miller with the 3. Bucks trail by 18. And Carter Williams slams it in.
Carter Williams.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
He dishes it to Monroe. He kicks to Bayless. Pass to Carter Williams. Nelson with the steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Back to Miller. Lets it go. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The Nuggets leading by 16. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Barton. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his 4th personal foul.
Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Jared Bayless.
Nuggets foul.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
First personal foul.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls. But they got the momentum and forced a game 6,
2 shots.
but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Fareed's checked in for Laverne. Molinari comes in for Miller. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Will Barton. And it's Moutier in for Nelson.
J.J. Hickson.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Now in the court.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their team. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
Johnny O'Brien.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker's checked in for Monroe. Johnny O'Brien comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Barnes checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Here's Moutier. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Shooting for Denver.
To illustrate just how strong the point guard position is right now, Greg, in the NBA, just take a look at the point guards who did not make the All-Star team a season ago. Wow.
You know, in both conferences, it's almost as if we're in the midst of a point guard renaissance for the NBA. I mean, MVP Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, CP3 out west, John Wall, Kyrie Irving in the East. Boy, I could go on and on with the great players at that position.
Randy Foye is on the way. Cranes the three-pointer. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced. and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Here's Fareed. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And we've seen it all, guys. The Nuggets have been in free fall the last couple years. Part of that is their play at home, where, they used to be invincible.
You remember back in the day, Kevin, I mean, one of the most difficult places to play was in Denver. I mean, you're dealing with the thin air, but that hasn't been the case here of late.
George Karl just prided his team on what they did at home. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 17. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
It's stolen by Moutier. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gallinari inside the three-point line. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the Nuggets lead by 19. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Parker.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Denver calls timeout. They're up by 17.
Now on the court,
There's 1:40 left to play in the final quarter. Chris Middleton's checked in for Vaughn. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
That's his second personal foul.
No good on the free throw.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. It's stolen by Hickson.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nuggets.
And Clark, we got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Well, basket after basket, they were in attack mode all game long.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
Sure did. I mean, this means they'll come out on top in the season series, 2-1 now. Got to be happy about that.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Moutier. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And it's Middleton penetrating. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field. That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Moutier. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Inside. Goes up. He feeds it to Parker. Off target from the baseline. Here's Moutier. Can't get it to fall. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily.